Assalamualaikum. In this video, we're going to discuss on the country Sudan.
The overview for this topic is about history and government system, which includes its executive, legislative, political parties, judicial branch, and administrative division. On 1st January 1956, Sudan gained its independence.
Since the very beginning, there has been distinct differences between the north and south of Sudan. They are different in culture, ethnic, tradition, and the more apparent contrast between the two is religion. Majority of the natives in the north are Arab Muslims, while in the south, mostly are Christians.
In 1983, their Muslim president from the north implements Sharia law to the whole nation, regardless to Muslims or non-Muslim citizens. This sparked the rage from South Sudan, as most of them were non-Muslims, hence refused to comply to Muslim law. There has been constant misunderstanding and fighting between them. Hence, most of the residents from South Sudan votes for their independence. The country then segregates into two, Republic of Sudan and South Sudan. As for now, we'll be focusing on the government form Republic of Sudan.
What is the government system that they used? As we all know, the government system can either be two, parliamentary, where the executive is the prime minister, or presidential, where the executive is the president.
In Sudan, the power lies on the hands of the president. What is the role of the president?
He is also the head of state, head of government, and the commander-in-chief of armed forces. Who is the president?
He is Omar al-Bashir. He was elected 4 times and won every one of them.
Is Sudan monarchy or democratic republic? Since the citizens get to decide by voting, hence it is the latter. The national legislature of Sudan consists of 2 chambers, the Council of State,
the upper house,
and the National Assembly, which is the lower house. In the Council of State, the 50 members were indirectly voted by state legislatures, whereas in National Assembly, the 450 members were directly elected. The judicial branch is divided into 2, the National Supreme Court and Constitutional Court. The National Supreme Court consists of 70 judges which are organized into panels of 3 judges and includes 4 circuits that are outside of the capital. The Constitutional Court contains 9 justices, which one of them is the court president. Both branches are appointed by President and recommended by National Judicial Service Commission, and it has subordinate courts such as Court of Appeal, other national courts, and public courts.
Sudan has a few political parties when it comes to election, though most of them have little power except for the National Congress. This is because it is led by the president himself, Omar al-Bashir.
Sudan People's Liberation Movement North, aka SPLM, led by Malik Agar, is a banned political party. It is because they are an armed branch that go against the government. Let's talk about the election. Sudan adopts a 2-round system where in the first round, if none of the candidates reach more than half of the total number of citizens, which in this scenario is more than 13, the highest 2 will proceed to the second round. One with the most votes wins. Republic of Sudan has 18 states which each has its own minister. How the minister was elected? The president will pick 3 candidates where citizens must vote. The candidates with the highest vote and reach at least 50% wins the election. If none reach 50%, the person with the least amount of vote is disqualified, and they have to redo until someone reach at least 50%.
Are there differences between Sudan and South Sudan? We are about to find out. Both are 2 separate countries. The government system in South is Republic, while Republic of Sudan is Federal Republic. One has 10 states while the other has 18 states. One's independence is on the 9th July 2011 while the other is on the 1st January 1956. The head of government for South is Salva Kiir and for Sudan is Omar al-Bashir. One's cabinet is the National Council of Ministers while the other is Council of Ministers. Both presidents were elected by popular vote. For the former, the legislative branch consists National Legislature Assembly, while the latter's branch consists of Council of States. One's highest court is the Supreme Court, while the other is the National Supreme Court. Both selection of judges were by respective president, but the former was proposed by the Judicial Service Council, while the latter was recommended by the National Judicial Service Commission. One's main political party is the SPLM, while the other's main is the National Congress. In conclusion, the government operated in both countries are similar, though there are still a few differences. That's the wrap for this video. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum.